An object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest, unless acted upon by an outside force. This is Isaac Newton's first law of inertia. This principle applies to more than just physical objects. It is the same logic used to win multi-million-dollar lawsuits and engineer the interfaces on your smartphone. Motion is the mechanism used to force a change in any static system. Examining how these forces operate across science, law, and technology explains how outcomes are decided before a trial or a project even begins. Every human movement is an application of classical mechanics. Biomechanics analyzes how these forces act on a living organism to overcome physical inertia. To stand up from a chair, your hip, knee, and ankle joints must generate enough upward thrust to overcome the ground reaction force of the floor pushing back against your feet. Without the effect of an unbalanced external force, your current state of motion cannot change. You see this when a moving bus suddenly stops. Because your body has inertia, it continues moving forward until an outside force, like your feet hitting the floor, stops your momentum. Biomechanics breaks these movements down into quantitative measurements, using speed and direction to identify the most efficient body positions for a specific task. Human movement is defined by planes and axes. Here, the body rotates around an internal joint axis. This contrasts with an external axis. In a golf swing or throw, athletes harness these rotational forces to project power outward. Physical motion is a calculated engineering of forces used to achieve a specific outcome. The legal system operates under the same constraints. A civil lawsuit exists in a state of rest until it is forced into action. A case is initiated by filing either a complaint or a petition. The choice of terms depends on history and whether the plaintiff is seeking money damages or a specific court order. Once the case is filed, a judge only takes action if a party submits a written request known as a motion. This process follows a strict flow. One side files the motion, the other side files an opposition, and the judge makes a final decision based on those arguments. Different motions serve different tactical goals. A motion to dismiss can end a case immediately, while a motion to intervene allows a new person to join the litigation. These filings are designed to resolve the entire case or narrow the specific issues that will eventually be argued at a trial. In law, a motion is the paperwork required to overcome bureaucratic inertia and force a resolution. By 2026, static screens have become ineffective for user engagement. If an interface doesn't move, users tend to look away. AI-assisted production now automates tasks like rotoscoping and background generation. This allows designers to spend more time on the timing and purpose of the movement. Designers use micro-interactions and tactile aesthetics to respond to visual fatigue. When you tap a button, an exaggerated bounce effect makes the digital action feel physical. Integrating 2D elements with real-time 3D allows brands to maintain high-quality motion in short-form content. Digital motion design is a visual force used to control exactly where a viewer looks. Whether you are managing gravity, filing a court order, or rendering an interface, motion is never random. In each of these fields, success depends on how force is calculated and applied to create a specific result. What is one change you were forced to make today? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more looks at the systems that shape our world.